What is your NSFW secret that you are proud of? I was on a date with a girl probably out of my league. We eventually made it to a park and strolled onto a small bridge. There was a rushing stream below us, and it was nighttime, so no one was there next to us. Hearing all the water below really made me have to pee, like, really bad. So as both of us were leaning over the rail watching the stream, I quietly unzip and whip out my willy. I pee down as support to minimize the splashing. The relief I felt was orgasmic. 8/10 would do again. Whip out my willy. I put a miniature top hat on my erect penis and snapped a photo with the disposable camera that my platoon sergeant left in the Humvee. Where did you get the mini top hat? I aggressively ripped it off a care package stuffed animal. I fingered two of my sister's best friends at the same time in a field. Akimbo style. I fingered two of my sisters. Oh god. Best friends. Woo. My wife and I put a penny in a bank every time we had sex. I know the exact number of times I've had sex in my life because I've only ever had sex with my wife. I have a wheat penny tattoo on my right leg that I got on our anniversary, I think 6th year. We also know how many times it took to conceive our 2 kids because we use nickels for one and dimes for the other. We count pennies every anniversary and write down totals and average for the year. Some people know this story, including friends at work, but it's not something I'd say is 100% safe for work. In high school, me and my best friend challenged a girl to a competition on who could come the most in one day using an honor system. I lost it 7 times. Buddy got to 11, and she beat us both at 26. To this day I regret not stating in the rules no vibrators allowed. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised. We want snoo. The first time I came home on leave from the army I hadn't seen my wife in 7 months. We stayed at my parents' house. She had moved in with her mother in that time to save money. My parents went out the first night we were there to see a movie without us. In a kind of wink wink nod nod situation. I had been in an incredibly stressful environment for 7 months without seeing my wife. I was also now highly physically fit. I ducked that girl so hard I broke my cherry wood bed frame and the bed collapsed underneath us. I was pretty busy that week and forgot to fix it before I left for Germany. The first phone call to my dad, he said, "Oh yeah," laughing, "I fixed your bed frame for you. I don't know what you did to that poor girl, but I hope she's alright." More laughing. Had a foursome with 3 other women during a girls' weekend at a cabin in the mountains. MDMA was involved. The other night this guy I'm seeing and I had such great sex that after we climaxed at the end we literally fell asleep right away. I woke up an hour later literally still on top of him. I thought that was just something that happened in shit romance novels. That's such a good feeling. Or being ducked hungry. This girl ducked me so good. I ate a pizza afterwards. I once farted as I got on a packed train in London. I knew it was a killer, but played it cool. The doors closed behind me, and 10 seconds later a girl sitting next to her boyfriend hits him and shouts, "You're disgusting." Poor guy took one for the team. He was like, "I can't believe you've done this." 5 years 3 months clean from heroin today. Fuck yeah dude. A year and a half for me. It makes me really happy to see things like this. I once had to call into court as a witness for an altercation that happened at my work. I was placed under oath over the phone. My girlfriend at the time blew me the entire time. Cut to interior courtroom. A crowd stood in silence as they listened to very audible dick sucking noises over speakerphone. I hope so. Got a hand job from my GF while her parents were driving us back from Disney World. Holy shit. You too? Disneyland here. Awkward eye contact with her mom in the rear view mirror was different. I'd be lying if I said it didn't help me finish. Was offered anal sex by a sales rep who looked like Finn Jessica Simpson and turned her down because I had recently started dating the woman who would be my wife. Kissed me in front of the whole bar, bit my ducking lip, and when I pulled her out of there to talk her down, she grabbed my junk and told me where she'd like to put it. Stayed true to my girl. Married her and we're celebrating our 6th anniversary this year. BEGONETHOT. Thought repellent was successful. What is your NSFW secret? Woohoo, my time to contribute has come. That you are proud of. I guess I'll just read the comments this time. What is your NSFW secret that you aren't proud of? Question mark. I can duck a girl while wholly supporting her with my arms. I used to be overweight and pretty weak, so I'm pretty proud of this and have no one to tell I rule without coming off like a douche. I'm skinny and scrawny and really wish I could do this. I'm really good at unhooking bras with one hand, although weirdly it has to be with my non-dominant hand. Same here. GF ask me how come I'm so good at it. Turns out lots of practice was not the right answer. Highly motivated has been warmly welcomed in my experience. My bed is broken from having sex. It was already a little broken before from something else, but recently, in the middle of fun time, my bed caved in. It was hilarious, but at the same time it scared the shit out of me. Something else. Friend jumped on my bed and some pieces of support wood under the mattress broke. Then little by little my bed got little more messed up till one night, it caved in. I broke a sink in a bar bathroom while having sex with my now wife back when we were in college. TBF. Most sinks are not terribly sturdy. They are not designed to support a lot of weight. You're just supposed to wash your hands in them. You degenerate. I rode a bike for a 40-mile journey on LSD in Tokyo during the height of cherry blossom season. This sounds magical. What's more magical is that he was able to find LSD in Japan. I'm currently in a friends with benefits situation with one of my senior manager. It started with a drunken night out and now we duck pretty much every day. It's quite awkward in the office because she is my boss's boss, and during our business review meetings my face goes red when she asks me something. AskReddits like this always makes me wonder if I just have an exceedingly boring life or if people are just phenomenal liars. You also have to remember that the 50 people who have real kinky stories are an incredibly small portion of the population. And most of us have multiple stories. So we really skew the bell curve. Or something. I don't know how to statistics. Once, I hung a poster by standing on a Raleigh chair. He said NSFW, not NSFL. That's an OSHA hazard any day. I once shagged a girl who worked in post delivery. While I was signing the delivery she said something in my house smelled nice. I had just made coffee and wanted to offer her a cup. So I said I know. You wanna come in? Which she did. She grabbed my crotch within 10 seconds and then my brain went duck it. Let's do this I guess. She didn't get to drinking any coffee though. This sounds like an actual porn opening. 9 months later the only thing she delivered was a baby. I fingered my GF while we were in a bus. The bus was quite full and she was the one who dared me to try something naughty, and she almost got us caught too. Maybe somebody noticed but didn't want to bother. My GF put a grapefruit on my wang once. I have to delete this before she sees it. Deleted. I've been part of a threesome, so that's neat. I've been part of an Eiffel Tower. I masturbated and finished 7 times in a day once. You gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket. When it starts bleeding then you know it's a good time to stop. Edit. I never thought my highest rated comment would be about penis blood. I ducked my then girlfriend now wife on the conference room table of an old job one night. Boss held a training class in there the next day. Edit. I'm so very thankful that, to my knowledge, none of my family or friends are on Reddit. My wife would be horrified to know thousands of people had seen this post. Any poop stains left behind. My butt plug collection. I've got 25 unique plugs. Said it once, and I'll say it again. u/poop_maniac 2020. Picked up a hooker at a bar, didn't pay, didn't get robbed. Same story again with another one, except she didn't want to use a condom, so I for the first time said no to sex. Hooker that doesn't want to use a condom. Suspect F. Leader full guild naxxrumas progress rate over Ventrello, while my ex blew and ducked me. Didn't come. was too dedicated to the raid. I pee sitting down. I poop standing up. Handstands yo. My ex kisses the guy she left me for with the same tongue she used to stick up my ass. It's a secret pride that makes me happy. She was kissing you with a tongue she was actively sticking up his ass, though. Ouch. Sucked my own dick. I was so excited when I could finally do this, and after I tried it the first time, it felt more like I was sucking a dick than getting a blowjob. Never did it again. Gay as hell, so that's just fun in double. When I was in college, I worked at a vet clinic. I'd go in on weekends to take care of the boarders, and I'd generally go in myself. My girlfriend would join from time to time to play with the puppies. We ducked on my boss desk, in the hallway, and on the surgery table, which I tied her to. We're married now. I've had sex with a few pornsters. A couple of them do escorting at a relatively acceptable price, and a few years ago I decided to indulge. I don't know how to describe it. Best experience in my entire life. They literally made me discover a new level of pleasure in sex. I'm a pretty vanilla guy, didn't do anything out of the ordinary with them, but holy crap, this is something I obviously won't talk about in public, but it rocked my life in so many ways. An incredible experience for sure. Summer 1998, I had two FWB girlfriends who knew about each other and didn't care. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get them both in bed at the same time. Best summer of my life. It's good to have a rep for keeping your mouth shut in a tourist town. I was in a poly relationship for a year and a half. Myself, my girlfriend, and her girlfriend / our roommate. The only sex I had for a year and a half was threesomes, but there was one time I'm particularly proud of. The three of us took a summer camping trip to my favorite spot in the Catskills. There's a hike up a stream through the mountains that ends at a waterfall with a big swimming hole. I have a bit of a thing for ducking outdoors, and the ladies were feeling it too, so we found a big flat rock and went to town. Totally naked, out in the open. The roar of the waterfall mixing with our moans of pleasure. And then we went swimming. It was pretty ducking excellent. I used to have bulimia, and after years of self-induced vomiting, have no gag reflex whatsoever. Seriously, when I get with a guy and he finds that out, the reaction is priceless. This feels like a stupid question, but how do you force yourself to puke without a gag reflex? Got my dick sucked dry by a girl within 10 minutes of ducking meeting her. I don't know how I did it, but I've only told one friend. Would like to tell more people / friends, but I DK if they'd believe something so random. Edit. Lol, I didn't even get her name or number. This happened recently, and I'm still kicking myself for it. LMAO. My first blowjob was from two girls at the same time. I think I set the bar a little too high a little too early, wondering how long that lasted. Can't think myself lasting more than 2 minutes. Some guys have the other problem. Took my like fourth blowjob to actually come from it. Took like 20 minutes. Doesn't translate into sex though. And had an awakening that I needed to live for me. Proceeded to engage in a week-long sex fest at an adult club. I was told I eat pussy like a lesbian. I'm a dude. I sucked my husband off on camera for extra income. One girl at the same time. I can go from flaccid to erect at a moment's notice. I'm doing it right now. Flaccid, erect, flaccid, erect. I nutted in No Nut November. You're a rebel. Rebels come. Had a high bed and a low fan. I was getting a particularly mischievous hand job with a lot of ball squeezing when she decided to slip a finger in me right when I was about to come. I hit the fan and it slung it across the room, and we spent like 5 minutes laughing hysterically. A few times a year, I translate hentai japping so that other people can enjoy the story too. A pillar of the community. I once fisted 2 guys at the same time. It's not even a turn on for me, but I was drunk as duck, and after a night out a friend asked me to go to the sex dungeon. I was wandering around the rooms and stumbled on 2 guys with their asses in the air. When in Rome, I used to be overweight, but now look spectacular naked. In high school, my girlfriend blew me in her church's storage room in front of a big statue of Jesus. The Lord was kind that day. Blessed be the BJ. Amen. I have achieved the male dream of a FFFM foursome. However, it was on a twin bed in a hotel, which meant that the logistics were intensely complicated, and I ended up falling on the floor. Two of the women were bisexual and dating one another, and they were so busy with my wife it was nearly 30 seconds before anyone realized I had disappeared. Perfect combination of I'm a god and I'm a complete jackass. On a good day, my ejaculatory refractory period is at most 2 minutes. It surprised the hell out of me and my girlfriend at the time the first time it happened, and aroused us both immensely, to where we had sex a third time with a slightly longer period in between, and was one of my most memorable sexual experiences. I'm not only really good at giving blowjobs, but I really enjoy it as well. I love pleasing my partner. I can also orgasm without even touching myself, and I have a very high sex drive. I'd be happy to have sex/give blowjobs every single day. Hey Italy, your partner. Are you Italian? My girlfriend and I like to have occasional three-ways with various girls. So much fun. Edit. Our favorite thing is for her to put on a strap-on, and we spit roast them and high-five. Cracks all three of us up every time. Your GF sounds cool. I have a scar on the left side of my chest that a girl scratched on me while she was orgasming. I don't have an active sex life anymore, but I'm pretty proud of that one, though it became a little less visible over time, which saddens me a bit. I used to give my ex orgasms so hard that she would pass out for up to 2 minutes or so mid-coitus. Felt good man. Rehypnol right. I once fingered a chick on the beach without even talking to her. I just looked at her. She sort of nodded. We started kissing. I fingered her. She grabbed my cock and started rubbing. Then we parted ways after 3 minutes or so. If you are out there, unidentified beach girl from 1996, I thank you. Went to Catholic school. Banged then girlfriend on the altar in the chapel during a school dance. If hell's real, then I ride there in glory. I sometimes turn up to work high as shit. It's such a chill place to work. I don't think they notice/mind as long as I get my work done. And what do you do, sir? Neurosurgeon. I'm a squirter. The guy I'm currently seeing hasn't ever been with a girl who squirts and he's obsessed. I think it's really cute. I also started being involved in my area's kink community and recently tried being stapled for the first time. Not only did I find it super sexy to have it laced up, but it was incredibly arousing. You has obsessed with me squirting. Me, or cute. You, I tried being stapled. Me, what? I had a three-way with my best mate and another girl, and high-fiving him while she was on the spit was probably one of the greatest moments of my life. A new arcade bar opened up in a city near me. I went there with my ex-GF last weekend, who I guess I'm dating now. We were making out in the machines you sit down in. Then I saw a curtain between two machines in the back where it was pretty dark. I ducked her while we could see people walking by under the curtain. We walked out, and a girl made immediate eye contact with us. She knew. Now it's like a game for us. We are going to Comic-Con tomorrow as Daredevil and Elektra, and we are already plotting our bangs. I've said no to sex many times because the girl was drunk and I wasn't. My wife wears sexy underwear on our dates and has introduced toys to our relationship. It's only shocking because she is a fully active Mormon. This one is safe for work. Back in my college days I worked at an ice cream factory on a line that made creamsicles. They were assorted orange, lime and grape, but I decided to make the Hulk pack. Some poor bastard got a 30 pack of all lime creamsicles. I can only imagine their reaction when they opened the box. Banged a chick who eventually became a porn star. She was 18. Said she really wanted to get into porn. And I was actually kind of happy for her when I found out she did. Follow your dreams. Even if your dreams involve getting group ducked in the Czech Republic by black dudes who make you eat spunk out of a dog dish. Congrats on the sex, everyone. I've managed to work 10 years straight without a vacation, and I still haven't committed suicide. So I had a Tinder date with a girl I've never met before. She lives about 3 hours away from where I used to live. It was quite a nice evening. We talked a lot, smoked some weed, and watched a movie, with both of us being a little shy. Nothing really happened. So after she fell asleep, I went to the kitchen to get some water. It wasn't very late, about 10 PM, and her roommate sat there asking me how the date is going so far. I told her that it was very fun so far, and that I was looking forward to the next 2 days with her, but also told her that there was no sexual interaction whatsoever so far. All of a sudden she stood up, slowly walking towards me saying, "Can you keep a secret?" and started kissing me so ducking passionately. I still get a boner just thinking about it, lol. After 15 minutes of making out with my hands between her thighs, she started to pull down my pants and gave me one of the best blowjobs I've ever had. I lasted about maybe 2 minutes because I was so turned on by the whole thing that was going on. And yes, she swallowed. After I came, she just walked outside the kitchen with a smile and wished me a good night. The next 2 days felt a bit awkward with both of the girls sitting together with me in the kitchen when we made dinner equals D. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.